welcome to my little corner. We all know the struggle of trying to sleep and just tossing and turning and nothing happens for the life of you. You cannot fall asleep, and it's especially frustrating when you know you have to wake up early the next day. But I'm very pleased to say that doesn't happen anymore. I don't remember the last time I've been tossing and turning in bed, not being able to sleep. Honestly, I go to bed and I fall asleep like that. So in this video, I'm gonna give you 10 ways for you to fall asleep. So let's get started. Number 1, put on your comfiest PJs and socks. Studies show that you actually fall asleep faster when you're wearing socks. Go figure. And if you're not comfortable wearing clothes when you go to sleep, then just sleep in your underwear or just go all out and sleep naked. There's a lot of people who do it that way, and that's because clothes sometimes get in the way. When you're comfortable, you fall asleep faster. Tip number 2 is to read a book before you go to sleep, and that is because it will make your eyes tired, especially at night because there's not a lot of light, and usually you will just rely on a little lamp, which doesn't usually give a lot of light. So because you're kind of forcing yourself to focus on all the little letters of the book, it will actually make your eyes tired, and this way you can fall asleep faster. Number 3 is to make sure that the room is completely dark. Now, I am one of those people that if there's a little ray of light coming from anywhere, I just can't fall asleep. Number 4 is to make sure there's no noise. Just like the light example, for me, if there's noise, I cannot fall asleep unless I'm seriously tired. You know how sometimes you'll have a clock in your house that just makes a really annoying ticking sound. Sometimes you can go by without hearing it at all, but once you hear it, there's no way back. So make sure you get rid of those clocks and make sure the room is dark and silent. Number 5 is to make sure that you're at the right temperature for you. Now, science says that the ideal temperature to fall asleep is between 65 and 68 degrees. Wow, I say screw science, that is freezing for me. Now, I'm always the person who's always cold. When people are like, oh, it's hot, I'm like, no, it's cold. And that's why if I'm to sleep at that temperature, I could not be able to sleep because I cannot sleep when I'm cold. I have to sleep comfortable and warm. So make sure you find your sweet spot so that you can fall asleep. Tip number 6 is to write down your thoughts. And that is because when we're trying to sleep, and that is the big demon here, is our minds go crazy. They just run like crazy. We just cannot shut down our brain because we're thinking of a million things. And I know this firsthand because I have anxiety, and that's one of the things, is just overthinking everything. Instead of just letting your brain go wild and imagine every single scenario and everything that could have been and that will be, just get a notebook, get a diary, a journal, whatever it is, and just write down everything that's worrying you, everything that's in your mind, so that it kind of comes out of you instead of you just going on and on and on again and again with those same thoughts. Tip number 7 is to drink chamomile tea or milk before you go to bed. Both of these drinks have calming properties that will calm your body and your stress levels, and it will make you fall asleep faster. Tip number 8 is to take a warm bath. That will just calm your body and it will relax you. When you feel relaxed, you will also fall asleep faster. Tip number 9 is to focus on emptying your mind. And this is really hard, but sometimes it's super weird, but it works. Sometimes I do this kind of a trick where I'm just thinking about things, and sometimes it's like in my imagination running wild, and then I close my eyes and I focus on nothing. Like I literally think to myself, nothing, empty, an empty room, it's completely dark. This way your brain actually I think it realizes that there's nothing to think about and it actually shuts down. And finally, tip number 10 is to wake up early, because if you wake up early, you will feel tired and sleepy earlier than usual. Now, if you're in a cycle like I was of waking up late, you will stay up late, and that's just a vicious cycle and it's really bad. So if you wake up early, you will also fall asleep earlier. So those are the 10 tips that I have for you. I actually do all of these things and I found that they really help me, especially the waking up early and falling asleep early. It actually works. So because it worked for me, I'm hoping that it will also work for you, and I really hope that this video was helpful for you, and if it was, please give it a like and make sure to subscribe, because I will see you next time. Bye bye.